Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show live from Cardinal Stadium in Corning, California. I'm Frank DiRienzo with Nick Sosby on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Willows Honkers against the Corning Cardinals. The Honkers come into tonight's game with an overall record of 1-2, while the home team, the Cardinals, is 2-1. What do you think about this matchup here?
Frank, I think we're going to see a lot of rushing this game. Corning has an average of 314 rushing yards per game, and Willows has 247 yards per game. Corning has a record of 2-1 this season. They're coming out of a loss last week against Red Bluff, and they're hoping to make their record 3-1 this week. This may be possible with the help that they have from number 3 Chase Mayday, the 165-pound quarterback with 108 yards passing and 33 carries for 160 yards. Another player to look out for is number 34, Nathan Foltz, with 44 carries this season for 305 yards. The top tacklers for Corning are number 33, Cody Long, with 17 tackles this season, and number 23, David Edson, with 14 tackles. Willows is coming out of a loss last week against Orland, and they're trying to change that up this game tonight as well, with number 5 Chino Esparza.
It's Esparza there. Sorry to interrupt.
Esparza.
Yeah,
no problem. Chino Esparza, with 83 passing yards this season, will be leading the Honkers as their quarterback. Another player to keep an eye out for is number 21 Noah Enns, with 16 carries for 175 yards this season and 4 receptions for 29 yards. Their top tacklers are number 3 Chris Walter, and who is also their top wide receiver with 2 receptions for 31 yards. This should be a good, close game tonight, Frank.
Yeah, and I'm looking for this to be a pretty good matchup here with, it seems like 2 evenly matched teams with just the stats that you read off to me there. It just seems like we're ready for a good football game here, and they've turned out in droves here, and they're very, very excited about their football. Okay, well, that's going to do it for tonight's PlayOnSports.com pregame show. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a few minutes. Friday Night Football begins next on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. back to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, coming to you live from Corning, California. I'm Frank DiRienzo with Nick Sosby on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the 1-2 Willows Honkers visiting the 2-1 Corning Cardinals. And I'd just like to reiterate again, this is a very evenly matched team as far as rushing yards and passing, as your your report was in the pregame, and can you just reiterate that for us here again?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both these teams are really, they mainly stay on the ground. They have about the same passing yards. Well, not really the same, but Willows has about 84 passing yards per game, and Corning has about 36 passing yards per game. So you're going to see a lot of rushing, a lot of sweeps to the outside, but it's going to be an evenly matched game, and it's going to be close.
And as we're ready for action here, the coin toss was won by Willows, and so we'll see Corning kick off here, and it's a very short kick, and it looks like it's going to be brought down at just about the 34-yard line.
Short kick fielded by number 55.
And that was William Seitz on that play.
That was short
and the
kick
kickoff,
right
yeah, the kickoff went nowhere, did it?
Went a little bit, but I mean, all those white helmets went down on that ball right when they saw it get there, so it was good teamwork right there.
And he basically had nowhere to go. There was no return possible for that kind of catch, yeah. As we come up here, Chino Esparza is under center. And they move in motion. And he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and it looks like it's going to be about a 4-yard pickup here. Maybe even 3. And that was Kyle Wyckoff on the carry.
Yeah, he just booked it right through there. He saw a little hole, and he just dove right in, but he got him a few yards.
And it looked like they weren't really prepared for that kind of play. But as you're going to see, as we saw last week, they like to run it every single down. Doesn't really matter. And here we go with another run. And he breaks the defender. And he breaks another defender. And he's going to go down the field. He's down to the 40, down to the 30. And he's going to be brought down just about the 20-yard line. And that was Noah Enns on the carry. And that was a great run. Huge hole.
That was great. Chase Mayday brought him down over there in the backfield.
Finally brought him down, yeah.
After he got about 30 yards there, it looks like.
That was a good run. That's going to go really well for Willow's momentum here. That was a momentum shift and a good way to start the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Good 30-yard pickup.
They keep seeing those openings right there. They can most likely just get in the end zone pretty soon here.
Run all day. And it's going to be another handoff to Noah Enns, and his run ends just about before the line of scrimmage there.
I like that about Corning, though. They see it, and they all come on in there and crash down on that ball, not letting him get too many yards. Actually made him lose a yard.
And so it's going to be 2nd and 10, maybe even 11. And Esparza's under center. And he fakes the handoff to the fullback, and he hands it off back to Enns, number 21, and he is brought down. It looks like he maybe have gotten to the line of scrimmage there. And so it's going to be 3rd and 10, or just around it, with the ball on just about the 19-yard line.
That was Colton Peterson that brought him down right there. He kind of smashed into him, just brought him down hard, so that was a good tackle right there.
That was a good play. It was a good read, and he got over there quickly and stopped the run. And that's what you got to do against this offense, because they're just going to keep running it. And Esparza drops back, and he rolls out to the right. Oh, and he's brought down in the backfield, and it looks like it's going to be a huge loss here. And that's going to be a sack. Anthony Peter on the sack.
Jeez.
And
taking him down about 15 yards there. 12 yards.
And so we're going to have to see if they're going to try for the field goal here. It's going to be about 4th and 22 on the 31-yard line.
And they got to play smart at the beginning of the game. You don't want to give up something you shouldn't be giving up.
Right, and he just blew past the defensive end there, and the defensive end had no had no choice but to let him go after his quarterback. And with the punt, it's going to hit just about the 4-yard line, roll into the end zone for a touchback. And so we'll get a chance to see Corning, the home team's offense, come out here. And this Willows defense is going to show us what they're made of.
I want to see how Corning does. They have running back Nathan Foltz. He has 44 carries so far this season for 305 yards. So I want to see what he's made of and if he can make it down this field and get in the end zone.
That's a bunch per carry. So we should be able to see a show here. And looks like we see Chase Madej in a shotgun, and he's going to hand it off to his running back, and his running back misses a defender. He misses 2 more, and he's going to be brought down for a 3-yard loss, even though he looked like he ran about 40 yards there, trying to escape those defenders. He's going to be brought down by number 56, Juan Mendiola. And that was also good recognition on the defensive side of the ball, to not let that get broken off for a huge run. And he's going to keep it himself, Madej is, and he's pulling a defender. And he'll get a couple yards here. It looks like they're just about the 25-yard line there.
That's what I like to see in a quarterback, though. He gets somebody on him, but he's going to still keep his legs going and try to get as many yards as he can.
Sure thing. I mean, that's one of the lessons they teach you when you're playing football as a kid, is just keep those legs moving. And so Madej has a man in motion, and he's going to keep it, and it looks like he's going to pass here, and he misses a defender, and he's going to be brought down from behind, and it's going to be a loss here. And so it's going to be a 3-and-out to start their possession as well. And we should see the punt team out here.
I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of Madej running it himself. He has 33 carries this season for 160 yards himself. So,
and they are going to go for it here on 4th down. I was mistaken. Oh, it is going to be a punt. Sorry.
You're mistaken again.
Right.
The punt landed
it was harder to read his number down there.
So let's see if these honkers will be able to push through and get into the end zone this drive. Like I saw before, they were just kept running, so see if they can keep to the run game and get in there.
And Chino Esparza is going to line up under center here. He's going to send a man in motion. And he's going to hand it off to that man in motion. It's a little end around here, and if he can get a block, he could break it off. And he stops, and he misses a tackle there. He misses 2 defenders, and he's brought down for about 3 yards. And like I said, he ran for about 40.
That was a nice run. I mean, he cut back. That's one of the problems when you cut back. The whole team of the defense was already coming to that side, so when he cut back, he was just met by 7 heads of those white helmets and brought him down.
And it's going to be about the 34-yard line. And I'm sorry, it was a pickup of just about 6. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 here with about 6:37 left here to play in the first quarter. And with Esparza under center. He snaps the ball, and he hands it off to Noah Enns, and he's going to jump and get pummeled right at the line. And Carlos Beltran on the tackle there.
Beltran caught him in the air when he was leaping over somebody, just brought him right down. That was a good play, though. Read the play pretty good and just went at it.
Sure thing, and that's what Corning's showing me in these first 2 possessions here, that their linebackers are reading well, and they're getting off the ball, and it just shows a lot of intelligence. And so, here's Esparza. And it looks like he's going to roll out left. And he misses a tackle, and he gets pummeled behind the line. And he's going to go for a loss here. And that was Justin Pye on the sack. And that was a huge sack there.
Yeah, he got away from one guy at the first, but he came at him right after that, saw him stumbling, and took him down.
Right. Any yards they got were just negated on that one play. And it's going to be a 4th and a bunch. And here we go with the punt. And he's going to punt it, and it's a good high punt. And it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. And that was Kyle Wyckoff, who was also one of the team's running backs as well on the punt there.
We'll see what the Corning Cardinals can do in the offense right here. This is their first home game, so they got to be pumped up, ready to take them down.
And there's just a bunch of people. They like their football here in Corning. I'd say we have good 500, 600 people here. It's a pretty good turnout.
I definitely agree, Frank.
Whatever they're cooking down there smells good, too.
Not just. This might be hurting me a little bit.
And here we go, and he's going to break off a run. He's going to miss a defender, and he's going to run into his own player and be tackled from behind. And it looks like that's going to be a pickup of 14 yards, and he's going to be brought down just about the 38-yard line. And a heck of a run there.
That
huge hole.
Play. And he saw his own man blocking for him, so he's following him, but ran right into him. Still got a good amount of yards on that play.
And he's going to run again, and he has nobody to beat, and he's going to run in for a touchdown. And Chase Madej with the quarterback keeper. And he's going to run for just about 60 yards here, and that'll certainly pad his stats.
Yeah, as I said before, he had 33 carries already in this season. Now he has 160 yards, and that just added a good 40 back on there too, 50 back on there.
Just about 63 yards on that play, as I'm told by my producer. Thank you, Ron. And we're waiting for the extra point here. And it's going to be Giovanni Garcia.
A little too wide to the left.
And he's going to miss it. I've actually seen that the last couple of weeks. People missing, or kickers missing extra points, and it really comes into play at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, because those points could mean the difference in this game. But still, just a fantastic run by Madej. I mean, he just had a huge hole. He had all those blockers up front, and once he got into the secondary, he was gone.
Yeah, he has a good way of working around those defenders so he can just get to the holes that he needs to get to and make it all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, he showed a lot of good vision on that, reading the defenders, cutting back, and as soon as he beat the safeties, he was gone.
Left him in the dirt.
And as a tradition here in Corning, every time they score a touchdown, we have fire trucks down here that turn on their sirens and they start ringing their bell. I thought that was pretty cool. And it's going to be a short little kick here, and it's going to be taken back to about the 45-yard line, and the ball is out, and it looks like Corning is going to fall on it. So this squib kick works out. I'm not sure if that was their actual plan all along, but it still works out in Corning's favor, and they're going to pick it up at just about the 37-yard line. And so here we go again. They only have 37 yards to make this.
That was a smart play to do. They came in, they hit him hard right away when they saw it. And just stripped it from him.
And so they have about half the distance to go that Madej ran on his last possession here just about 2 minutes ago. And here we go with Madej. And he's going to back up, and he's going to pass out to the left, and it's almost going to be intercepted. It's going to be an incomplete pass, and there's a flag on the field, and we'll have to see here what the call is.
The free safety read that play pretty good and was right there where the ball was. So we'll see if this is on offense or defense for the penalty.
And it's going to be a false start versus Corning.
Procedure is the call against the Cardinals. Willows declines it, takes the result of the play, 2nd and 10.
So they're going to take the result of the play here with the declination of that penalty. And so it's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 37-yard line with just about 4:27 here. And he's going to hand it off. He's going to gain a couple of yards there, and he gets brought down at about the 35-yard line.
See Willow's tackles right there. The defensive line just saw him coming through and grabbed onto him.
And that was Nathan Foltz on the carry. And the Candelaria brothers, as I mentioned in my broadcast last week, the two brothers who are also defensive captains on the play.
Must be that brotherly connection.
Well, I'm sure they probably have been doing it ever since they were really little kids, so should come easier to them. And so he's going to fake out, and he's going to pass it off right, and he has a lot of room to run, and he's going to be brought down, with a flag, and it looks like it's probably going to be a face mask.
Yeah, definitely.
And so he's taken out right around the 21-yard line. And they might tack on an extra 15 here for the face mask.
Oh, that was Edward Briones that caught it. No. That was Colton Peterson. They caught it right there. He's wide open the outside. He saw some room and took it. That was a good play.
And on that last play, he kind of faked it to the left and then threw it out to the right.
That's
and
definitely...
so as the safeties came over, they had no chance and they had no answer for.
That's definitely a good skill to have, to be able to throw it across your own body as a quarterback, leaving your open side free.
So with the penalty, they're going to be brought down about the 8-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and goal here. And so Corning's knocking on the door here. And it's going to be a handoff. And he misses a couple of the defenders, and the ball comes out. And it might be a Willows player that fell on top of that.
See, he cut back. He was going for the outside, and he cut back right through the middle, but he was met there by a few defenders that seemed like they rather stripped it out or hit out when he fell.
Well, there was a fumble on the play, but Corning recovers it. And I was about to think we were going to have a turnover-driven game here since we've already seen 2 fumbles.
I'm actually surprised to be seeing more of these passes from both these teams here. It's working out for him.
And it looks like it's going to be a touchdown here. Nathan Foltz. Oh, Thomas Lowe, excuse me, I'm sorry. Thomas Lowe, their fullback, runs it in for 6 points, and now it's 12-0.
One great thing about fullbacks is they can just bring it in on the goal line when they need it. Just pummel through everybody.
Sure thing. And it looks like for the extra point here, and Gio Garcia is going to make it this time, and it's going to be 13-0 Cardinals.
1 for 2 with the kicks.
And Willow needs to get something started here.
Yeah,
they're going to need to. Sorry about that, but they're going to need to change the momentum into their favor. And they're not doing so well when they're down by a touchdown early. So we'll have to see what they're made of here.
Definitely. I mean, I think they can have it. You know, they just got to keep up with the run play. Maybe start trying to throw a few passes here, but. The Corning Cardinals, you know, this is a home game. It's one of the things about home games that you get pumped up. So hopefully Willows can stop them can get some points on the board and meet them up there.
Thanks to you, Football-Willows, for keeping that pregame meal going. As we stand for the kickoff, Gio.
And everybody in the crowd is standing for the kickoff here, including the band.
And the mascot.
And it's going to be a little squibber down at about the about 42-yard line here.
Short kick covered for the Honkers by number 62, Jose Chavez.
And Jose Chavez is going to be the one who falls on it. And so excellent field position for Willows here.
Definitely. As long as Willows can see that ball and then lay down on it after they catch it, they'll be doing great. But like the play before, if they catch it and they stand up, they might get hit and the ball might just come loose.
As we see Chino Esparza and company here, starting for the defense, or for the offense, sorry. And he's under center. And the snap, and it looks like it's going to be a false start here. Chris Walter jumped the gun a little bit there.
Yeah, it's one of the things about the games, those false starts, they take yards off. They just take points away pretty much.
And they also take a wind out of your sails a little bit.
Yeah.
It's defeating. It's definitely not good for your team, but it's definitely a defeating feeling. So it'll be 1st and 15 on the 36-yard line now. And Cardinals up 13-0 here. And Esparza, it's under center. And he hands it off to Jeffrey Bateman. And he's going to pick up a couple here. Not enough to get back to where the first down marker is. So it's still going to be 2nd and long. I'd say about 2nd and 12 with about 2:25 left here in the first quarter.
That was good play by this Corning defense. They saw him coming out. They just grabbed for his ankles, tripped him up right in the beginning.
And so they're hurrying up a little bit here, showing a little sense of urgency. And Esparza. And the snap. And it's going to be a handoff to the left, and he's going to be brought down behind the line. Noah ends.
3-yard loss on that play.
That was a nice play. He saw that coverage right away, and he saw Cody Long came out of nowhere and took him down reading it.
Yeah, the running back had nowhere to go, and that was just a big hole in the offensive line, which has showed some troubles here in their first couple of possessions. So Willows is ready. And there's going to be a flag on the play. There's going to be a flag on the field.
Those defensive men just saw it back there and just drove that quarterback back when he was going back for a pass and brought him down quick.
Procedure is the call against the Honkers. The Cardinals will decline.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. And there's going to be a punt here. And it's going to be a punt, and it's going to keep rolling, and it's going to take a Willows bounce here down to about the 25-yard line, 24.5 mark, I'd say.
Let's see what Corning can do with the minute 4 left. Let's see if they can bring it into the end zone before this quarter ends. We know they've done it twice already. Let's see if we can do it for a third time.
So the Willows defense is back out there. And the Cardinals have shown their dominance in the first quarter here. And that's Copper McCoy on the bottom of your screen. And it's going to be a handoff and not very much of a pickup there. So it's going to be a 2nd and long here.
See, he was trying to juke out of it and dance around those defenders a little bit to get to the outside, but he was just met right there by that defensive line of Willows.
So here we go with Chase Madej. He's going to have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it's going to be a fumble on the snap. And it looks like Madej might have fallen on it. So it was recovered by Madej here. And that's not going to help him there. And we see yet another fumble here in this game. It's going to be 3rd and way long, about a mile. And time's set to expire here in the first quarter. And it looks like they're going to just let the clock run down here.
Watch your ears as the quarter ends, folks.
And with the gunshot, the first quarter is completed here.
That was a good first quarter for the Corning right there. The Cardinals are pushing through that. We saw their quarterback running for, a 63-yard touchdown.
Right, and so the Cardinals are up 13-0 over the Honkers. And the Cards have shown some serious promise in this game. The momentum is all on their side, so it's the Cardinals' momentum to lose here. And Willows hasn't put up much of a fight so far.
Well, let's see what happens in the second corner. Willows has an average of 38 points per game. So let's see if we can get some of those points on that board here in this first quarter, or the second quarter.
And as we wait for the officials to set up on the other side of the field here. The ball is on the 18-yard line. They have 17 yards to go to make a first down. Once this quarter starts again, which should be here soon. And with the official's whistle, it has started.
Let's see what happens on this 3rd and long, because you've seen Corning already has had a good way of getting through that and getting that first down. So let's see if they can do it again.
And Corning's going to run out here. And Chase Madej is going to give him the play. And so play resumes here as they do a little hurry up. And it's going to be a toss out to the left. And he has room. And he misses a defender down there. And he is brought down for a gain of just about 7 yards. That's not enough to get to the first down, but a heck of a run there.
That was a nice play by Daniel Macias right there. He was getting blocked up by the pass blocker, the run blocker, and got around it, got his arm on him, and brought him down for that tackle.
And so here we go with the punt. And it's a high punt. And he's going to hold on to it. And it's a fake. And he's going to run. And he gets almost to the first down marker. But I think they didn't convert it here. And they're going to turn it over to Willows with excellent field position.
That was a great play by the defense. I'm pretty sure he was going to go for that punt. But he was just met by a wall of Willows right there. And had to try to run around the corner.
And it was good defensive awareness on there to not get caught off guard, which it seemed like they might. He had about 2 defenders to beat, but on the second defender, got him down before the first yard marker. And so that was a win there.
Winning.
And it's going to be a handoff here. And good blocking up front, but to no avail, and he's going to have no gain here.
It looked like he had some room at first, but he was just met by 4 Corning guys that jumped on top of him and brought him down.
That was Noah Enns on the carry.
No room at all. The tackle made by number 12, Peterson. 2nd and 10 for the Huskers.
as Esparza calling out the play here. They're going to go into a 2-receiver, 2-running back set. And he's going to back up, and it looks like it's going to be a pass. He's going to roll out, and he's going to pass it, and it gets just back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh.
Maybe even a short gain.
That was a nice play when he was scrambling right there by Esparza, but just didn't really get anywhere with it.
So with just under 11 minutes left in this half, it's going to be a 3rd and 9 for Willows. The ball's on the 34-yard line.
See if Corning can stop them from getting in this end zone and keep their 13-point lead.
And Esparza under center. And he's going to back up. It looks like it's going to be a pass play, and it's going to be a little screen to Noah Enns, and he has blockers, and he's going to get the first down and more, and he's going to run all the way into for a touchdown. That was a 34-yard pickup by Noah Enns on just a beautiful screen pass there.
That was great. He was backpedaling with about 3 defenders on him, and he just saw the perfect opening and threw it to that screen pass and just fought his way through and got in the end zone.
And that was just a fantastic play. All the linebackers went for the bait, and there was nobody in the secondary. And with good blocking downfield, it's going to be a 37-yard pickup.
And there you go. They wanted to get on the board. Now they did. 13-6. Let's see if they can get this extra point here. Put it up to 7.
Daniel Macias on the kick. And he's going to kick it, and it is good. So it's 13-7 now as Willows get some of their momentum back.
There you go. Let's see if they can keep this momentum on defense and stop this Corning offense from getting in the end zone, which they've been doing lately. Corning's got that quarterback that's, passing and running itself, making those points on the board. So let's see if Willows can stop him here.
Right, and that's a rarity these days that you can find a dual threat quarterback. It's getting less and less uncommon, I guess, if that makes sense. And so with his speed, that adds an extra weapon to your offense.
Definitely.
As Corning readies up to receive the kickoff here, it's going to be Nathan Foltz. And so Daniel Macias is going to kick it, and they're going to fake the quick kick or the onside kick, and now they're going to get back to a more traditional formation here. And Macias kicks the ball, and it's going to be fielded by Foltz, and he has blockers in front of him, and he gets down to about the 30, down to the 35, the 36-yard line. So pretty good pickup there on the return.
That was a good return. He had just 2 blockers right in the middle that he was just following through. I mean, it's going to be hard to get all the way in the end zone, but he got his good amount of yards in there and brought it back for a good carry.
And so with Nathan Foltz, he's 5'7", 145, prototypical running back. Small, low center of gravity. Can make you break your ankles. And we've seen it here, or at least sparks of it, early in this game.
Well, let's see what Wills can do to stop this offense here.
And so he's going to hold on to the ball, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield.
Now we're seeing Willows trying to stop them. They know they can get on the board. They know they can get through their defense. Now they're trying to stop their offense and take over this game.
Right, and the reason he was sacked there is the Willows honkers really penetrated the line there. And it's going to be taken by Madej up the middle, and he's going to get more than he did the last time around. And he's going to get about 4 yards, so it's going to be third and just about 7 yards.
That's a good play by Madej. He's pushing. He just started bouncing off those defenders, trying to get away from them, and got a few extra yards on it.
And that was Garrett Enos on the tackle. So they're going to line up with a receiver on the right-hand side and 2 running backs. And we're going to have a flag here. Might be a false start.
We're going to have to see who jumped first. Saw a few jumps on that.
And it's going to be a false start. So that's going to bring them back. So that'll be 3rd and 12 now. The ball is going to be back to the 34-yard line. So 3rd and a bunch. That's not going to get it done.
Well, let's see if Corning get through the past few times where it's third and long. Wouldn't be able to convert it, so let's see if they can do it now.
And he's going to run it himself, and he has room, and he's going to run it, and he's very, very quick, and he's going to be brought down by Daniel Macias.
That was a great play. Saw an opening right through it, cut to the outside, just tried to take it to the sidelines to get it through there, but Macias right there just had enough speed to take him down.
Finally brought down by Daniel Macias, number 9, 1st and 10.
Much to Madej's dismay. And he goes down at about the 35-yard line
26-yard gain on the play.
into Willows territory. And that was a fantastic run. And you could just see the vision. And he cut back across the field, and it was just a great run.
Yeah, definitely. Madej's racking up some yards on his rushing today.
And it's going to be a handoff to David Edson, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's actually going to take a loss here. So it's going to be 2nd and 12.
That corner and those DNs over there on the right side just crashed down on him, didn't let him go through there. As long as some help from the D-line.
And I've noticed, even though the Cardinals are up in points, they have a little bit of liability on that offensive line. They're letting the Honkers defense penetrate into the backfield.
Definitely. I mean, you know, at the beginning they were quick enough to get away from it, but I think this defense is.
And it's going to be inside handoff, and he beats 2 defenders, and he's going to make it all the way into the touchdown, all the way into the end zone, and that's Nathan Foltz with a fantastic 36-yard touchdown run.
That was great. Once again, Nathan Foltz, you know, the top carrier for their team, you know, has the most rushing yards on it. Just went through the middle, cut across, saw 2 defenders, cut through them, and just took it home. It's another 6 points, so 19-7 for the Cardinals.
With about 8:03 left here in this half. And they're showing a pretty good running game here.
Yeah, the Cardinals are doing great tonight. I mean, they're running, they're throwing, they're making all the plays they need to make. They're doing it tonight.
And they're racking up the rushing yards. As we see here, they're going to go for 2. And here we go, and he's going to fake the handoff and hand it off inside, and he's almost got it, and he's trying to get into the end zone, but
that was a hard play to make. They were sensing the run. They saw it coming, so they just crashed down on it. I mean, he got close, got up to the 5-yard line about, but.
Right, so they try for the very low percentage 2-point conversion here, and they're not going to get it. So their score is going to stay at 19, so it's 19-7 Cardinals with about 8:03 left here. And as we set up for the kickoff, and Willows are going to need another touchdown by the half in order to kind of, like I said, shift the momentum their way.
Well, let's see what they can do. They were feeling it the last drive. You know, they got through there, they scored. So let's see if they can be able to do this again.
And with that last run, Foltz was showing good ball carrier vision, and he got the blocks that he needed, and that's why he was able to go in for 6 points. As the kick, and it's going to be received about the 15-yard line. He's running, and he has a couple blockers. And with a nice little stiff arm and a cutback here, he's going to be brought down at just about the 44-yard line. Chris Walter on the return. And a very good return there.
That was a nice return. He saw it, he caught it, and he saw his defenders, and he saw his blockers, and he just read the play good, went around to the right side and tried to rack up as many yards as he could.
Just under 8 minutes to play here in the half.
First and 10, Honkers.
As we wait for the action here.
Let's see if these Honkers can do it and just get into that end zone before this half ends. You got 8 minutes left.
So Esparza under center. And it's going to be a handoff, and he's going to be met immediately. He might even take a loss here, and it looks like the position where they're going to mark the spot is about a yard loss.
That was a good play by the Corning Cardinals right there. The D-line just crashed down on all the open holes and didn't give him anywhere to go. Just put him down right there.
And the Willows offensive line couldn't make a hole there.
He's brought down by Cody Long, who has had 17 tackles this season.
And so Esparza with 2 receivers to the left and 2 running backs in the backfield. And he's going to fake the handoff, and he's nearly sacked there, and he's going to overthrow everybody.
Oh, he almost got sacked right there, but he had a nice little pump fake that got him through. Still no gain or no loss. So.
And Edward Briones was the intended receiver on that pass, and that was going to be a low percentage pass anyway because he had all the defenders right on him, breathing down his neck. So it's going to be about the 43 or 44-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Let's see if these Corning Cardinals are going to let him through or they can just keep him down here. They're still 3rd and 10, so got a while to go.
And he's going to back up, and he's going to read, and he throws it out to the left, and it's going to be intercepted with great vision there by Colton Peterson. Fantastic vision. He read the quarterback's eyes and snatched that ball right out of the air.
That was a great play by the cornerback right there. He was backpedaling. He saw the turn. He saw the quarterback throwing it to him and just jumped in front of it and caught it. Exactly what you were taught to do as a cornerback.
And so the 6', 165-pound Colton Peterson with the interception there. And it's going to give Corning great field position as he hands it off. And he's going to get a couple yards, and he's still fighting for yards here, and he's going to pick up just about 6 yards.
Takes the handoff and fights for 6 yards.
That was a great play right there. Just pushed through it.
There's a player down on the field. He's a little slow to get up. As the rest of the teams take a knee. PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com, high school sports lives here. As we wait for while they assess the injury,
well, let's hope it's nothing serious. He's going to be down. Looks like they're taking a look at his foot or his ankle.
and so with that last run, he showed very good tenacity with with his second and third. As he was getting tackled, he got 4 more yards.
Yeah, definitely just tried to push through it and kept his legs running.
And that's what you got to do when you're a running back. You just got to keep those legs moving because maybe you'll get those extra yards.
When play resumes, it'll be 2nd and 5. They're on 4.
Let's see if they can stop this Corning Cardinals offense from getting in the end zone again and racking up more points on the board. Willows Honkers needs to start breaking down and stopping these runs and stopping these passes if they want to stay ahead in this game and get up there.
So that was Carlos Beltran, the player who walks off the field as he gets assessed, and play resumes here. And Corning's going to go with a one receiver set and motion. He's going to hand it off, and he cuts back, and he's still alive, and he gets met by another defender, and he's going to have enough for the first down. And that was David Edson on the run.
These Corning Cardinals have great blockers on their plays. They always find some sort of hole that's brought to them by a blocker, and they just gain the yards on that and just keep their legs moving. This is a great offense.
And I've been noticing the running backs have very good second efforts. A lot of yards after contact.
Definitely.
And it's going to be a timeout on the Honkers here with about 6:20 left to go in this half. The Cardinals are 19. The Honkers are 7. And so the ball's at about the 20-yard line. Excellent field position yet again for the Cardinals.
These Cardinals are they're racking up the points and they're racking up the yards. They're doing their best to get in there. And first game at home, they're wanting to show their home school and their hometown that they can do it.
And this is the first game they've played here in Corning at home. And they're giving a show to these fans. And with the good field position, it's led to a lot of points on the board.
And I love what I'm seeing from Chase Madej. You know, he's passing, he's giving good plays, and he's running up the storm. So let's see if we can keep it up on this offense here, unless Willows has anything to say about it.
And the coach is going to give his play to Madej, as we're just about ready with the referee's whistle.
Play resumes 1st and 10. Cardinals have the ball at the Honker 20.
And so Madej in the shotgun, and it's going to be a fake to the left, and Madej's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get just about 3 yards on that pickup. He had nowhere to go.
No, he was just met by a pile of these Willows Honkers there, but he pushed through. He tried. He got a few yards on it.
And he got down to about the 16-yard line with about just under 6 minutes left in the half. And Corning's knocking on the door yet again.
Yeah, Willow's going to need to do something to stop them from racking up these yards.
And so Madej hands it off to the right-hand side, and he has blockers in front of him. And it's number 34, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. That's Nathan Foltz yet again for his second touchdown of the game.
That was great. That was a great block by David Edson right there. And those blockers really helping him out, making it happen, making these running backs getting into that end zone.
So for the second time today, Nathan Foltz is going to run in for a 16-yard touchdown.
25-7. These Cardinals are just coming at him, trying to rack up the points.
And they're just excelling here at home as we wait for the kick. And it's going to be a fake. And he's going to roll out to the right, and he's going to pass it to the end of the end zone. And nobody's there to catch it. So they're going to keep it right at 25. It's 25 for the Cardinals, 7 for the Honkers, with 5:32 left here in this half.
You know, fake field goals and fake PATs and two-point conversions is always a risky play to do after the scores, you know. I mean,
they're definitely probably the lowest percentage plays that actually work that I've seen.
Definitely. But when they do happen, you know, they do work. So we'll see if they keep trying that, if they score again.
And I was talking there about the momentum, and when those plays work, which they don't always do because they're low percentage, but when they do work, it can be a momentum builder for your team the next time they get the ball.
For helping us resurface the middle
Now
of
let's
the
see if these Willows Honkers are going to be able to bring it back and start putting these points on the board. 25-7, 5.5 left in the first half. They need to start knocking on the door themselves, start putting some points on the board because they are lagging right now, but they need to push it.
And it's going to be a short little squib kick. Oh, and he's going to be hit.
Flag's going to be on that.
That's going to be a penalty.
hit.
Maybe even be a sportsmanlike conduct. And William Seitz is hammered on that play
Ooh.
before the ball even got to him.
Yeah, you can't hit him until the ball's at least past him. A hard hit, though. He was just staring at the ball, and he just got drilled right in the stomach.
As we wait for the referee's decision here, because there is a flag on the play. And so the flag has been picked up here, so there is no penalty on the play.
I guess since the ball did go 10 yards, then it was okay for them to hit him. He just did not see it coming.
As the referees discuss more here, as both teams are waiting, Corning's doing some personnel shifts as well as Willows.
I'm glad I was not getting hit by that guy.
And that was just a devastating hit there. I'm sure I heard his teeth clack all the way up here. So
Well, let's see what Willows is going to do to respond to that. They don't seem too happy about it, so let's see if they get a little fire under them and start pushing hard on this offense.
And so the referees are still discussing this last play that we just saw. As the head referee asks for help. So there might be another penalty here.
That's what's tricky about all these plays, is that you can't really tell if exactly what happened was happening. You see one thing, but you could be seeing something else that nobody else saw. There could have been holding, could have been anything when everybody's looking at that one hit.
So Corning recovered the play here.
Oh, we're re-kicking.
Oh, so it's going to be a re-kick. Because the referees couldn't come to a decision. And so we're going to see Corning come out here and kick it yet again.
Well, let's see if they do the same
to
thing.
The Honkers.
They're definitely going to be keeping an eye on the ground and on the ball after
Sure
that play.
Thing. But I kind of believe, I don't think they'll do that kind of kick again. I mean, the cat's already out of the bag, and that's the element of surprise whenever you do that.
We'll see. Willows needs to respond, and needs to respond quick. They only got 5:25 left in this half. They need to start putting some points on the board to get back in this game.
And so it's going to be one of those short little squibber kicks, and it's going to land. And Chris Walter falls on it at just about the 40 or 34-yard line. Sorry.
That was a good play on him right there. He saw it. It was falling. It was rolling on the ground. He's had to jump on it and hold on pretty much. Let's see what happens with these Willows Honkers now. We got the ball. They need to drive it down the field about 65 yards.
With both teams ready. Esparza's going to survey the field here, and now he's under center. And a receiver's going to be in motion, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he gets a couple of blocks, and he gets just about 3 yards on that play.
That was good. He pushed right down through the middle, but he was just caught by about 5 of those Corning Cardinals. And he was just driven back a little bit, but still got a gain of yards on that play.
And that was Kyle Wyckoff on the carry.
We'll see what Wills can do with these 5 minutes left in this half. They can get themselves on the board again.
So it's going to be 2nd and 6 on the 38-yard line. And the man is in motion, and he's going to hand it off to that man in motion, and he has blockers out front, and he's just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to pick up just about 2 yards on that play.
Steven Johnson fights forward for a couple of yards. Out to the Hulker 40. Number 12, Colton Peterson, and number 56.
And Chase Madej was on the tackle there.
And we have a Cardinal on the field.
And their quarterback, Chase Madej, is down on the field. He's moving around, but he seems hurt. There's about 4:08 left on the clock as they stop it.
That's one of the scariest things about having your star players playing both ways, is that, this is your starting quarterback. He's been running and he's been throwing and he's been making plays happen. Playing him both ways is just risky. So hopefully he's going to be able to get up from this one.
So it was a good tackle to prevent the first down. But at what cost?
And Chase Madej before this game has had 11 tackles.
And that's per game. Oh, total.
No, it's all season.
11 tackles total. I was mistaken.
Out of the past 3 games.
And as we wait around for the medical team to survey their star player of the day so far, it's been the Chase Madej and Nathan Foltz show, both with very long runs in the first and second quarter. And Nathan Foltz has 2 rushing touchdowns, while Chase Madej has 1 rushing touchdown as they get him to his feet here and escort him off the field. And it looks like he's walking to the sideline under his own power. So that's good to see.
That's definitely a good sign. It's going to be scary for the whole team and the stands and the audience to see that happen, one of your star players.
So as he walks off the field, the teams are going to reset here, and we're just about ready. And it's going to be an I form in the backfield and 2 receiver set. Sparks calls out the play and the snap, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and it looks like the ball came out, and Corning has the ball.
Wow, Corning cannot be, Willows cannot be affording this right now with only 4 minutes left. They are just giving up the ball, giving up points, giving up yards.
So Calvin Abel with the turnover there as he gets the fumble recovery and shifts the momentum back onto Corning's side. And Chase Madej is back in the game.
Let's see if he's going to be able to play to his full potential.
And with a quick little handoff, he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he just powers through, and he breaks a tackle, and he's down at just about the 32-yard line. So very good pickup there of about 8 yards with about 30-40 left here in this half.
Like we've mentioned before, Frank, you just keep your legs moving, you just keep your knees going up high, and you're going to gain some yards after you get contact on you.
And here we go, and it's going to be a handoff yet again to the fullback, and he slips a couple of tackles, and he's going to get the first down here. He's down at just about the 21-yard line.
He is just pushing through these defenders like nothing.
He's the hot knife, and they're the butter, huh?
That's what it seems like.
And it looks like it's going to be a timeout for Willows, so they're going to discuss things here as Corning is knocking at their door yet again here in the red zone or close to it.
You know, they got to do something. They got to do something quick. You know, they only got 3.5 minutes for halftime, and they're still already down.
More than 2 scores.
15? No,
3
15.
scores. No, 2 scores.
They're down by a lot.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it right, okay. 2 scores. 3 scores. No, 2 scores. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it right, okay. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it right, okay. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it right, okay. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it right, okay.
Well, we'll see what they can do. I mean, they gotta stop them. They gotta try to take that ball over and run it back into that end zone and get their points on the board.
And with that timeout, we're still waiting on the coach to prepare his team. And the Cardinals are heading back out there.
Well, let's see if these Cardinals have it in them to keep their 18-point lead.
That's 2 scores, right? Not 3? I'm just kidding. And so Madej's under center with the quick set here, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback yet again, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of just about 2, and that was to Thomas Lowe with the carry there. And Thomas Lowe, the big 5'11", 220-pounder, 220 pounds.
That's a big boy.
It looks like they're just going to keep running it here to run down the clock before half. And Madej's under center again, and he hands it off. He fakes it and keeps it himself, and he tries to break it outside, but he's going to go nowhere, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And so it's going to be 3rd and 8, just about the 19-yard line.
This was one of those risky option plays where you don't know if you should pitch it back to the option or no. Let's see if they can do it 3rd down.
Well, it looks like Willows was pretty much prepared for that because he was staring into the face about 3 defenders there. And with 2:15 left in this half, that's going to be a handoff again, and he's going to go nowhere.
These Willows honkers are just not letting him get through. They don't want to put any more boards or points on the board so they can try to catch up as much as they can in the second half.
So it's going to be a 4th and 7 on the 18. So about a 4th and 8 on the 19-yard line, with about a minute and a half left.
The Cardinals are in good range for kickoff or field goal, but it looks like they're going to be going for it.
And they will be going for it. And Madej rolls out, and he's going to pass it downfield, and it's going to be a touchdown. And it's going to be Colton Peterson on the passing touchdown from Madej.
That was a great pass and a great catch.
And he just threw it over everybody.
The field is staying shaking right now from that touchdown pass.
And just a fantastic play. He beat the safety on that play, and that's going to stop the clock at 1:19 here. So they go up by another score. Now it's 3 scores that they're up by.
There we go. And that was a great play by Chase Madej. He went back. He was in a scramble, and he cut right through, got a nice block from one of his blockers, and just had the right throw right to the touchdown.
And there's going to be a flag on the play. Might be a false start. And it's going to be offsides. And so they're going to split the difference of the field position, so it's half the distance. And they're going to decline here and just re-kick.
Penalty is declined.
So they're lining up again here for the extra point. They have 31 points on the board here. This will make it 32. And the kick is up, and it is good.
Kick is up, kick is good.
So it's going to be 32 for the Cardinals and Willows 7. And Willows are going to have to figure out something during halftime.
Definitely. I mean, Corning is just letting them know that this is their house, and they're not letting anybody in here.
They are sold out of hamburgers. You guys have been getting after them. And if you're looking for nachos, you need to go to the concession stand on the visitor's side. Nachos on the visitor's side.
And so as we wait for both teams to settle up here, looks like Willows is going to get just about 5 or 6 plays in before the end of the half. And the referee is set.
Frank, these Cardinals are just pushing in on them. They're just racking up the points. So You're going to have to see something change with these Willows Honkers in order to see them catch up.
And with the kick, it's a long one, all the way back to about the 12-yard line. And it's going to be returned, and he's going to be pulled down at just about the 30-yard line. And that was Chris Walter on the return.
Looks like he just got clotheslined by one of the Cardinals running through the middle there on that return.
So it was a good little 14-yard return. That's going to put the ball on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Willows, with about 1:15 left here in this half.
Let's see what they can do. I know they're going to try. I mean, they got to get it in there, so.
1st and 10, Honkers. Ball is at the
Just got to see if they're going to start throwing it here, so they haven't been doing too often.
So Chino Esparza under center, and he's going to hand it off to Ends. Noah Ends, and he's going to go nowhere, and that'll restart the clock. And just about a minute left. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 30.
These Cardinals are just not going to give it up now. They got this lead, and they're happy about it. They're confident that they can keep this lead, so they're just going to keep pushing it down on them with, they only got 50 seconds to go until it's halftime. So let's see if Willows can surprise us and make a big play to get in this end zone when they have time for it.
So Esparza under center yet again. And it's going to be another handoff to Ends, and he breaks a tackle. It's not going to be to Ends, but he's going to pick up just about 8 yards. And that was Chase Lambert on that play, and that was a pretty good little pickup there.
That was a nice play right down the middle. He had some room, and he was met by some defenders, but he bounced off them and gained a few more yards before he got pulled down. But 7 seconds left. Does not look. It's going to be a Hail Mary right here.
And he's going to roll out to the right, and he's going to pass it downfield, and it is tipped off his receiver's hands. And with the sound of the gun, that's going to be the end of the first half of play, with the Corning Cardinals leading the Willows Honkers by a score of 32-7. We'll be back in a few moments with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Don't go anywhere. It's Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot.
match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality. immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Welcome to the PlayOnSports.com halftime show, coming to you from Cardinal Stadium here in Corning, California. I'm Frank D'Arienzo alongside Nick Sosby. Our halftime score is the Cardinals up 32 to the Honkers 7. Now, what did you notice in that first half of play?
You know, these Cardinals are they're just pounded down. You know, this is their first home game. It's their first time to show that their town, that they can, what they're made of pretty much, you know, and they're just putting it down. You got Chase Day is just running up a storm, passing up a storm. You know, they're just putting the yards on. They're putting the points on the board, and they're just doing it. Nathan Foltz is also, you know, running up a storm and just racking up all these yards for them. So it's been a good look. Willows, you know, Willows wasn't doing too bad, but they're just letting the Cardinals just stomp on them right now. You know, they gotta change something up in the second half and put some more points on the board. They can do it. We've seen it from them so far. They have the talent, but they just got to push it.
And the biggest plays from that first half of play was definitely Chase Maday's 63-yard touchdown run. And also Nathan Foltz has two touchdowns as well, and one of those was a 37-yarder. What can the Willows do to prevent the big playmaking ability that's obvious in the Cardinals?
You know, they just got to read the play more. I mean, they've been doing all right with reading the play, but if the Cardinals get one hole, they're taking it all the way to the end zone. So if they can't take them down at the line of scrimmage, their backfielders need to make sure they know where they're going, and they need to take the right angle and have enough speed to take them down before they can gain enough yards to get a first down or a touchdown.
And Colton Peterson also has a receiving touchdown on a beautiful 17-yard pass from Chase Madej, and he just tossed it over everybody. He beat the safeties in the end at the left-hand side of the end zone.
And that's one of the great things about Chase Madej is that he can scramble, and if he scrambles, he can rather get the throw off or he can take it in for some yards.
That's going to do it for the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Friday Night Football will return in just a few moments with the start of the second half right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. You're watching PlayOnSports.com's presentation of Friday Night Football live from Corning, California. I'm Frank D'Arienzo with Nick Sosby. The Cardinals lead the Willows 32-7 here as we get ready to start the second half of action. What are the Willows going to have to accomplish in this half?
They are going to have to get through that line of scrimmage. They're not going to be able to. They can't afford just to let the Cardinals just push them around like they have been. They have this lead that's just killing them, so they need to push it. They need to, penetrate through that line of scrimmage and get down to the end zone as quick as possible because they have some points to make up in this half.
And so the folks here are going to stand up for this kickoff, and they're going to fake an onside kick. And Daniel Macias kicks the ball away, and it's a good one. It's going to be taken right about the 5-yard line. And he looks determined. He's going to run this back. And he breaks a couple of defenders, and he can't get through all of them. And that was Willem Poldevart on the stop. And he only had him to beat. If he would have beat him, he would have been gone.
And he had some speed on him right there. You know, he caught it back over near the 10-yard line, and he just booked it.
And so a pretty good return there, 32 yards. And the ball's going to be on the 37-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Corning. As Chase Madej gets his team ready with a 2 running back set, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he's going to be met right at the line.
And that's what we need to see from this Willows defense, is that they need to stop them. They can't give them any more yards.
And Trevor Candelaria on the stop, the defensive captain. And he's a big boy, 6'1", 260. And so as Corning rushes to the line here, he's going to hand it off, and he's going to go around the right side, and it looks like he has blockers, and he broke it down to just about midfield. And that was a nice little pickup of about 17 yards.
And that's one great thing about Corning, is that they can find these holes right when they run through them, and they can just take them for yards and yards. So that's one thing Willows is going to have to somehow control and stop if they want to stay in this football game.
And so not enough for a first down. I'm sorry, 17 yards. I don't even know where I got that from. It was a pickup of just about 8 or 9. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 here as they rush back up to the line. And Madej has it, and he is going to hand it off to his fullback, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to be brought down past midfield. And so it's going to be enough for a first down. He's down just about the 43-yard line into Willows territory now.
Once again, you see these running backs just keep their legs moving, and they just push through everything they can, just gain as many yards as possible.
16-yard gain on the play.
And they have come out of this half, or out of halftime, with all cylinders firing, and they're picking up right where they left off in the first half. As we wait for some personnel changes here.
Willow's going to have to make a change soon in order to stop this offense from running through him.
And it's going to be another handoff, but he's going to be met in the backfield, so it's going to be about a 1-yard loss. And and that was Cody Long, one of the offensive captains on the carry there, and he's going to lose 1 yard here, so it's going to be 2nd down and 11 on the 41-yard line as we're just under 10 minutes left in this third quarter.
We'll see what Willows is going to do here. They need to stop him fast.
And so it's going to be a handoff yet again, and he's going to be met in the backfield, and he's going to be taken down for another loss.
See, that's what we need to see from this Willows defense. They're getting back there, and they're just taking yards back, putting them back in the – trying to get them on the other side of this 50-yard line.
And so Willows showing some signs of good defense here. As Madej readies his team, and it's going to be a handoff inside, and it was a fake handoff, and he's going to handle it, and it's going to be down for even more loss, even a bigger loss here. It's going to be 4th and a bunch. So it looks like the punt team will come out here just under 9 minutes to play.
Looks like Willows knows what they need to do and is going to start doing it. That was 3 plays of, negative yards. So they can keep that up on defense and then do something different on offense and gain some yards, and they're going to be good.
And so the punt is away, and it's a good one. It's going to drop down to about the 15-yard line, and we're going to see if they're going to recover. And Corning is going to pick it up here at the 15-yard line. Excuse me. So with 8:32 left in this third quarter, Willows gets it again, and they have a real chance to put some points on the board to at least try to shift the momentum their way.
Well, let's see if they can do it. Willows, they do have a good offense. They know what to run. They can run it, but this Corning defense has been stopping them and taking the ball back a few times over this first half. So let's see if that's going to change in the second half.
As we wait as the coaches discuss with the referee. And
Penalty is declined.
Oh, it was a penalty on the play.
Hunters take over,
But it was
first and
declined.
10.
Well, whatever the penalty was, it was declined. I'm sorry
Ball
for
will
kind
go
of
to
spacing out there for a second, apparently.
8.5 left in this third quarter. Willows needs to step it up and get down to the end zone, put some points on this board in order to stay in this game zone. This game.
The game zone.
Game
Let's get
zone.
into it. It's a thing now. And so he's going to hand off to Ends, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. He might have even lost a half a yard or so. And here we go again. There's that defense that's getting in there and bringing them down in the backfield. So they're showing good good life here in the second half, and they're starting right back up where they left off, defensive-wise.
Yeah, but I think Willows needs to start throwing it. I mean, last time they threw it, it got intercepted, but, this run game just hasn't been working for him too much.
And so with Esparza out, it's going to be Greg DeSherry under center, and he's going to roll out left, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to miss 2 or 3 defenders, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of just about 4 yards.
There you go. He's pushing his legs, though. He's bouncing off those defenders to push his legs, trying to get as many yards as they can, which they really need right now. So that was a good play. Good leadership for a quarterback.
So it's going to be third and 5 on the 20-yard line, and there's a player down on the field. Third time this happened in this game. And we hope he's okay as both teams take a knee. The trainer's out there tending. So Willows showed a little spark of life in that last play with the quarterback option, and he chose to keep it, and he was bouncing off defenders, so maybe the change of quarterback is really what they needed.
Hopefully it's going to work for him, and it seems like it has been so far, but they still have a lot of points to make up and a lot of yards to get down.
And Willows does have playmaking ability. We've seen little sparks of it here and there. And Colton Peterson, who has a receiving touchdown, walks off on his own power as we wait for the coaches to clear the field.
3rd and 5.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5 on the 20-yard line. And Willows has a 3rd and manageable here. Couldn't say that for the first half. And so DeSherry under center. And he's going to hand it off with the end around. And he's going to make a defender miss. And 2 defenders in. The ball is out. And we're going to have to see who recovered it here.
That was a nice play. That's exactly what they needed, but let's hope they kept the ball.
35, the ball's on the ground. We'll let the referees sort it out.
And as they chip a little bit here with that big Willows defensive line.
Number 83, that's Roberto Espinoza.
And it looks like Roberto Espinoza is going to come up with the football, and that is just another devastating blow to Willows' confidence.
You can see them there getting mad about it. They're all trash talking and pushing each other around on the ground trying to get that ball to stay theirs, but
didn't work out this time. And so yet another turnover by the Willows offense. And the Corning defense has just been phenomenal today.
As well as their offense.
Right, and they have capitalized on all their turnovers so far, hence the score. And so as they rush up to the line here, Madej, and it looks like it's going to be a false start on Corning. Somebody jumped. So we're just about 7 minutes here left in the third quarter. The Cardinals are up 32-7 over the Honkers.
Procedure penalty, 5 yards. Take it back to the 40. Cardinals will try for
Let's see what
15.
let's see what Corning can do right now. You know, they can easily get in the end zone. We've seen it pretty much this whole game already, so See if they're going to put another 6 points on the board.
And as they rush up to the line, and he's going to pitch it out to the right, the 34, and he's going to make it all the way down, and there's a flag on the play at the end here. Right at the end of the play there. He got down to about the 33-yard line.
That was a nice play, hopefully, though. Nope. Flag on the offense.
It's going to be an illegal block in the back against Corning. So they're going to move it back here.
That's too bad, too. That was a good play. That was a nice sweep to the outside, and he had enough speed just to get around that corner, and looked like he was down past the first down marker, but now he's going back.
And so with the penalty, they're going to line up at just the 44-yard line with 1st and 18 to go.
Let's see if Willows can make something happen on this drive right here and try to get a turnover and bring that ball back into their own end zone.
1st and 19.
So Corning and Madey's going to hold it, and he's going to pass it, and it's going to be incomplete.
That's one of those hard things about the scrambles. You know, you're running away from the defenders, and you're thinking about where you can throw it or if you're going to get hit, what to do. So it was a good effort, but it just wasn't in his hands.
And it looks like they had the screen set up, but the throw was way too low as Madey was pressured there. And Fultz was the intended receiver.
Well, let's see if they can do this on this next play here. Got about 9 yards till the first down.
And the center's already up on the ball, and here comes the rest of the linemen. And it's going to be a timeout for Corning.
I apologize. That's 19 yards till the first down.
So it's 2nd and 19 here. The ball's on the 44-yard line. The Cardinals are up 32-7 over the Honkers, and there's about 7 minutes left here in the third quarter as they take it their first time out of the half.
Willows is going to need to bring something out of their pocket and just.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to go.
Good.
Yeah, they're going to have to go deep into their playbook, or maybe even make a whole new one up. Who knows? But whatever Corning's doing, they're doing it right this game.
Definitely. We can see there's still a lot of game to play. You know, with one more quarter and 7 minutes left in the third quarter. So we'll see if Willows can switch things up and start putting points on the board.
Number 6, Brandon Olson. Big Brandon turned 17. Happy birthday, Brandon.
Looks like both teams are coming out of their timeouts.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us on PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. As Madey takes it himself here, and it's going to be a gain of no more than about 2 yards, so it looks like it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
See if Willows can keep him over here. They can't let him. They can't give up a long pass or a long run right here. They're gonna have a decent.
52 Candelaria on the stop. 56 Juan Mendiola.
It's okay. It's a little lost for words. That's okay.
Decent.
You'll still get a back rub after the game. It's okay.
Right.
And Madey's going to toss it down the field, and he has a receiver open, and it's going to be caught.
Nice catch right there.
By Nathan Fultz.
That's exactly what they could not have given up. Willows is giving up these big plays, but that was an amazing pass, amazing run by the Cardinals right here.
That was a 32-yard pickup as Fultz completely faked out the secondary on that, and he had 2 safeties chasing him. And it was put in his hands beautifully by Madey. And it's going to be a handoff, a little misdirection play. to Nathan Foltz yet again, and he's going to pick up just about 4 yards on the play. And Corning's showing us again really what they're made of here at home, and they're looking unstoppable tonight.
Definitely, Corning's just doing what they need to do. They're just putting in work, and they're trying to keep their score far enough out of Willow's reach to even be close. So, see if they just keep this up.
And having a big lead like this also allows you to play more of to rotate out more of your players. And it's going to be a handoff to Foltz, and he breaks a couple tackles, and it looks like he's going to be in for the touchdown.
Great play by Corning. They're just executing their plays just how they should be doing it, having these nice blocks in front of them, giving them room to just run through and get in the end zone right there. Willows needs to keep their head up, though. They're hanging their heads right now, seeing how big the lead is, but it's one of the biggest things. You can't let your head down. You have to keep faith, and you have to know that you're going to give it everything you got so you can get back into this game.
And I'm sorry, that was Cody Long on that play. 5'9", 180 pounds on him, so that was a very good run to find the hole. And the kick is up, and it is good. So that's going to push the Cards' lead up to 39 now. Definitely more than 3 touchdown lead now.
It's a 32-point lead that Cardinals have on Willows right now. That is a big lead that they are going to have to work their butts off in order to get back into this game.
Okay, so about 5:28 here left in this game. We're waiting.
We'll see if Corning can get a good kickoff on this. Willows need to bring it back here.
And so the kick is away, and it looks like it's going to be returned here. And he's just going to run into a whole mess here, and he's going to be brought down just about the 32-yard line. So a decent little return there.
Kickoff return by number 27, Stephen Johnson. Makes it up to
And so that was Stephen Johnson on the return.
Number 53.
We'll see if Willows can do this. They need to push it with their offense. They need to gain some yards quick.
For the Honkers, ball at their own 33-yard line.
We'll see if they switch it up and start doing more pass plays, because we have not been seeing too much of that. That could be what they need.
And so DeSherry is in, and he hands it off to Enns, and he's going to be met in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a little half-yard loss here, and that's not getting it done here as we're getting down to about the 5-minute mark left here in this third quarter. So the yard marker is still going to be 33 with 2nd and 10 for Willows. And we have to see if something changes. I haven't seen it yet, though. They're going to have to show me something. So DeSherry, he fakes the handoff. He rolls right, and it's going to be incomplete.
A little too short.
And so Briones was the intended receiver on that play, but it was thrown just a little bit low.
He was scrambling over to the outside, but he did have a few players that were open that if it wasn't so much of a scramble, he could have got a good pass off. He could have gained a few yards. I personally think that if they keep up with the passing game, then they can start getting some points on the board. 4:33 left in the third quarter, and they have a lot to go.
And so DeSherry is going to be pitching it left, and he's going to have some room to run, but it's not going to be enough for the first down, and he's going to be short. Looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 5 here.
Let's see if they're going to punt it, if they're going to try to take it in there, because they have a lot to do within the next.
And that was Chris Walter on the carry. And it looks like we'll see the punt team come out. And their punter is going to be Kyle Wyckoff. Never mind that. It is. Okay. And he gets the punt, and he might have gotten a hand on it. A Corning player did, and they're going to pick it up right at around midfield. Looks like it's going to be about the 49-yard line. So not a very good kick there. And that's going to give Corning great field position here at midfield. And about 3:43 left here in this third quarter.
Corning is just getting the right plays down, and they're executing well in this game.
As we wait for Madej to call his play and the snap, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he's going to go inside, and he's not going to get very far. Maybe down to the 47-yard line, so a pickup of just about a 1.5. And it's going to be about 2nd and 8 from that spot. They only have about 48 yards until the end zone.
Willows knows that they can't be giving up any yards, though, in order to stay in this game, so they're just crashing down when they can, trying to stop them right at this line of scrimmage.
And Madej is going to hand it off to his fullback, and he breaks one loose, and he misses one. They missed 2 tackles on him, and he's going to be brought down at about the 24-yard line. So a really good pickup there of just about 20 yards.
And he's just running hard, and he sees somebody in his way. They try to grab onto him, and he just throws him down to the ground, just steps over him.
Not before Conley gains 24 yards. First and 10.
Letting them know whose house it is again.
And with that, Madej is going to come out of the game here. It looks like it's going to be Taryn Dahlgren. And he's going to hand it off to Colton Connolly.
Met right in the middle.
Pick up just about 3.
Met right in the middle with these Willows defensive linemen. Just crashing down on him when they see the ball and have about 3 or 4 players on top of him bringing him down.
But Taryn Dahlgren's in the game now. He's 5'7", 150 pounds. As he waits for his coach, and there's just about 2:20 left here. And he snaps, and he hands it off, and he's going to get brought down from behind. That was Willem Poldevard on the tackle. And they're not going to get very much there. It's going to be a 3rd and long.
Honkers are crashing down there. They know that they can't give up any yards, and they're sticking with it. They're doing their work. Hopefully they can stop them from getting in this end zone. You know, Cardinals have those big plays, just gain a bunch of yards on them, and that puts them right in the goal line in order to get up on that scoreboard again.
So Gio Garcia is going to be lined up at the bottom of your screen here. And he's going to flip around and hand it off, and he's going to be met right at the line with 3 defenders on him. And that was Wyatt Linnett on the tackle. That's be about just over 1 minute left here in the third quarter. That's going to be a 4th and 5.
Let's see if they go for the field goal here. They seem to be in field goal range. They could go for it. Looks like they're bringing in the field goal team.
And they are going to go for it here on 4th and 5 as they wait for some. Oh, they're going to field goal.
Field goal attempt. This will be good for 37 yards.
Oh.
And there's going to be a stoppage in play, even though the field goal would have been good.
Oh, bouncing too.
And it's going to be a timeout for Corning.
Called by the Cardinals.
And the players are wondering exactly what's going on because he made it, and now he's going to have to think about it. And if he doesn't make this after the timeout, well, then that'll be the coach's mistake. He'll probably have to answer for that one on Tuesday.
We'll see what happens with this 47 seconds left in this third quarter. See if Corning can get a few more points on this board before the fourth quarter starts.
And it looks like they have a real chance of breaking the 40-point barrier.
On the attempt, Garrett to hold, Garcia to kick. 37-yard attempt.
As we wait for the action here. There's the snap and the kick. And it looks like it has enough power, and it is good. And they're going to break the 40-point barrier here. It's going to be 42-7 now for the Cardinals, and this has just been a woodshed beating here so far.
Oh, man, it's 3 more points on top of what they were already killing them by. So let's see if Honkers can do anything to retaliate this, or if they're just going to let this keep happening. Got 42 seconds left in the third quarter, and they're going to have 1 quarter to make up a whole lot of points.
And as we wait for Corning to come back on the field, I'm more of a loss of words now because the Willows team, they haven't necessarily played that bad. It's just they've been shooting themselves in the foot. They're not getting it done on defense. They're not getting it done on offense. So something needs to change here. They either need to risk it more because what do they have to lose now that they're up by 4 scores now? And so the kick is away. And it's going to be returned at just about the 16-yard line. And he's going to juke one defender, and he's going to be brought down just about the 36-yard line.
That's what he needs to do. You need to try to get as many yards as you can on that. I mean, you know, one big thing for the Willows team is that they need to keep the right mentality about this and not hang their heads. It might be hard to get, 35 points to tie the game in 35 seconds in 1 quarter, but it can be possible. It can happen. So they just got to keep the right mentality and tell themselves that they can do it and execute their plays right.
And that was Chris Walter with that return. And we still have DeSherry in. Under center. And he does a pitch left. And he is going to be brought down at just about the 39-yard line. He didn't pick up more than 5 there. Just about 4 with 25 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Gain a few yards. They need to be gaining a lot more, but, 4 yards is 4 yards. It's still helping them get to that first down mark, get them that much closer to the end zone.
And time's about to wind down here, and it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out here in the third quarter. So the Corning Cardinals are up 42. The Willows Honkers have 7, and with the gunshot there, that's the end of the third quarter. So what have you seen that Willows needs to accomplish?
It seems to me that Willows is kind of hanging their heads right now, and they're thinking, wow, we can't make up 35 points in 1 quarter. They got 12 minutes to make seven touchdowns and 7 extra points. But they just need to be having the right mentality about it. They got to execute their plays more, and they cannot give up the yards they're giving up with Corning. They are giving up way too many yards with Corning, only small plays that turn into 20, 30-yard runs.
And it shows the lack of range on the defensive side of the ball, which they'll have to work on, I'm sure, in practice and over the rest of this season, because Corning by far is not the toughest team they're going to face this season. So they better be more prepared next time.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. It's the beginning of the season, though, so they do have this whole season to become better as a team.
And DeSherry, he fakes off to the fullback, and number 3, Chris Walter, breaks it to the outside. And he's going to have enough for the first down here, a pickup of just about 7 yards.
There we go. That's what we need to see from this Willows offense. They need to start making yards and making some good plays, just like that one.
And Walter on the outside there caught him looking. With the fullback redirect there, everybody came down on the fullback and forgot about the halfback going out to the right. So DeSherry under center. And he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he's going to push and move his way up for a 5-yard gain, right at about 45 yards.
Good run right there, just pushing his legs and getting hit, but still just running through him and trying to gain all the yards he can. That's what you need to. They're going to need to put a lot of effort in the blocking and into running and just pushing through these defenders in order to get to the end zone. Got some bugs flying around here tonight.
Oh, it's Corning. That'll happen. And so DeSherry fakes the handoff, and he's going to be met in the backfield, and he is going to be sacked for a loss. It'll be about a 6-yard loss.
Once again, that's that Corning defense just breaking through the line and getting into that backfield before they can get that ball away.
And that was number 78, Calvin Abel, on the sack there. And at 6'2", 220, he's a force to be reckoned with. And once he had his hands on the quarterback, he wasn't going to go anywhere. So it's going to be a loss here, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 now. About 10-18 left in this quarter. And he's going to roll out right, and he's going to keep it himself, and it looks like he has some blocking, and he's going to maybe get about 5 yards on the play, so it's going to be a 4th and 5 here.
That was a great run right there. Scrambled out to the outside and saw some holes. Like you said, there's some good blocking right there. That's one of the biggest things about a play is that if you have those right blocks, then you can gain so many more yards.
As DeSherry comes into his huddle and tells his players the play. It's DeSherry under center. Yellow shoes and all. And he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he has a little hole, and he's going to make the first down there. So a bold move on 4th down, and they're going to convert it here.
That's what they need to do right now, though. 9:40 left in the game. They can't be taking any risk and punting the ball off. They need to do what they can to get in that end zone and start putting some points up on this board. And I like that Greg DeSherry is coming in here, second string, but he's still making things happen.
And DeSherry, he's going to pitch it left to Walter, and he has defenders in front of him and blockers, and he's going to go down at just about the 30-yard line. So a good pickup there of just about 7 yards.
That was a nice run. See, in the end of the run, they know they need the yards, so he's sprawling out and reaching as far as he can to get his mark as far as possible.
So if Willows were to start having success like this in the run in the first quarter, it might be a closer ball game. But fourth quarter, it's too late. And so DeSherry's going to hold it, and he's going to juke a defender, and he's going to be brought down on the quarterback keeper there.
So we got a few yards to the first down, but
it's a 3rd and manageable.
Short of first down yardage, it'll be 3rd and 1.
As he was taken down by Rodriguez.
It's good to see this Willows offense just pushing it, and they're making things happen now.
As we're ready for the action here, DeSherry, and in the I form. And it's going to be a fullback run, and he's going to have enough for the first down here.
Carry goes to Lambert again.
And that's Chase Lambert.
The 25-yard line, first down yardage for Willows.
And so they're going to move the chains as just under 8 minutes left here in the game. And like we said before, Cards are up 42-7.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens with Willows. I'm sure they're going to put a few points on the board there, 25 till the goal line, so I'm sure they can put on at least 6 points here, hopefully. We'll see what happens. 3.5 minutes. They're still down by 35.
And a man in motion. It's going to be a crackback screen, and number 3 has room to run, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first down yardage there with Chris Walter on that play.
That was a nice play.
That was executed beautifully. As the receiver came in motion, he came down and blocked off the linebackers from getting him in the secondary, and he had all kinds of room to run. So
see if they can keep this up. They got, they're making these long runs that they're needing to get these first downs, so let's see if they can take it down to the end zone.
And it's going to be a fullback, and he's going to get a bunch of yards here. It's about 5 yards.
Number 24 who fights down inside the 10.
And that's Chase Lambert.
Number 74, Dylan Anchor on the stop.
And it was Anchor on the stop there, and so they're going to be on the 15-yard line now. I'm sorry, the 9-yard line.
Thank you to the winners who have donated back the 168 to the
And it's going to be a 2nd and 4 here, so they're knocking on the door, and they might put up some more points here. We'll just have to see. And it's going to be a pitch left. He tries to spin out of a tackle, but he's brought down in the backfield.
That could have been a good juke, but even if he got that, there's a Cardinal right there in the backfield to meet him too. So
Chris Walter on that play will bring up a loss, and that's a devastating one because now it's going to be 3rd and long. And this has been the going theme all night, it seems.
Got 6 minutes left, and they still got to go up 35 points. See if they can at least get 6 or 7 on the board here.
And so it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's going to be met in the backfield. So DeSherry rolled out to the right and takes just about a 5-yard loss.
Well, let's see what they do here. You know, they can't really afford to give it up. I feel like they're going to go for it, but could see if they can just at least get another 3 on the board, make it 10-42.
And with DeSherry coming back into the huddle, it looks like they are going to go for it here for the 4th and 15 on the 19-yard line. So they're going to go for it and try to convert. And he's going to go back for a pass, and he's going to toss it, and he's going to overthrow his running back. It was a little screen pass out to the left, and they're going to turn it over back to Cardinals. And so turnovers have just been a terrible shock to Willows.
Well, let's see what happens now. Cardinals have the ball. You know, it's 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are just going to try to run the clock out.
That's pretty much all they can do. They don't have too much reasons to be stacking up the score more now. But let's see what they do. 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
And so as a couple players try to get off the field before the snap. And it's going to be number 23, and he's got room to run, and he's at the 40, he's at midfield, he's at the 40-yard line, the 30-yard line, and he misses a tackle, and he is met right at about the 25-yard line.
Gets his way all the way down inside the Hunker 25. $56-yard run.
It's David Edmondson with that run. Or Edson. Apologize.
And that was just a wide open hole
Number 21, Noah Enns on the tackle.
that he got through. And it's just a huge play.
Willows again.
I'm not sure how many yards was that?
Oh, I don't even want to know.
Well, I'm sure Willows doesn't even want to know. So it looks like it's going to be a pickup of just 56 yards as they wait out the clock here. It's about 3:30 left in this game.
Just 56. Man, let's see if Corning's just going to put it in the end zone and rack up another score right here. If Willows can stop him on this.
And as they get up to the line, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he's going to be met right about the line, so a pickup just about 2 yards.
Yeah, 3:10 left in the 4th quarter. See if Willows can make something happen, get a conversion and bring it back, hopefully. Try to put a few more points on this board before this game ends.
It's about 3 minutes left in this game. As they come up to the line, they rush up to the line here. And it's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by Willows. And he's not going to be down yet. And that's number 4, Rodolfo Flores, and he's still going past midfield. So that was huge. That was a huge play.
That's definitely something they're looking for, something they needed. That was a good return. Almost went down, but just threw him off his shoulders and just kept going with it.
And it's too little too late in this game. But they're going to go out of this game with a lot of momentum, and it might carry off into their next game.
That's one great thing to see. Even if they're down, they're still going out, working their butts off, trying to get in the end zone and put some scores on the board.
There's about 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. We'd like you to stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com post-game show, where we select our player of the game as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. And it's going to be a little bubble screen, and it looks like it might work here as he cuts back across the field, and he has nobody standing in his way, and it's going to be a touchdown, a 43-yard touchdown on the bubble screen.
Goes 43 yards for Willows, touchdown.
It's a 43-yarder.
Trying to get the right score on the scoreboard there.
And so it's going to be 42-13 now. And we'll have to wait to see if they're going to try for 2 or just go for 1. And it looks like they're just going to go for the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it's good.
Conversion is up, and it is good.
And so that was a fantastic play on Willow's part. It just seemed a little too late at this point of the game. But Willows does show that they do have big playmaking ability.
Definitely, and they're still pushing it, no matter if they're down, like 28 points in the fourth quarter with only a minute and a half left. They're still pushing it. They're still trying to do the best they can in order to get in the end zone. And they're executing these plays good at the end of the game. But like you said, it just might be a little too late.
And so as we wait around here, the band's playing. A lot of fans have started to take off now with only 1:27 left in the game. So as we await the kickoff here. Corning's ready. Willow's not really ready yet.
Stand up for the kickoff, folks.
And everybody's going to stand up here for the kickoff.
I'm guessing there's going to be an onside kick here.
Massey has to kick.
And they're going to fake the onside kick. Corning in kind of a V-wing formation for that onside kick. And so number 9 kicks it away, and it's going to be a little squibber out to the right-hand side, and it looks like he's going to carry it out of bounds.
There's almost a giant hit by a Cardinals defensive man right there, offensive man, but was not able to penetrate through.
And so the Cardinals will take the ball 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. More like the 35. Sorry.
Same time on Friday, same place. First NAL contest against the Lassen Grizzlies.
Let's see.
And
what
so
they
they restart. Sorry about that. They're about to. They restarted the clock here, so there's just over a minute left in this game, and it looks like Corning's just going to kind of take their time, and this one's pretty much over.
Yeah, but I feel like they're just going to run this down and just do what they can.
And it's going to be a quarterback kneel. And with no timeout from Willows, they're just going to let the clock run here.
It was great to see at the end of this quarter that Willows was still pushing through and executing their plays like they should have been.
And so 37 seconds left here, and what can you say about this Corning team going into next week?
Well, they're gonna have a lot of confidence going into next week, with this big win tonight. And they've been executing their plays well. They know who their good players are. They know they can make these big plays and get a lot of these yards. So we'll see how they do next week.
Now about 15 seconds left. It looks like they're just going to run out the clock here, and this game is pretty much done. So, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to stay tuned to our PlayOnSports.com for our post-game coverage. We'll wrap up all the action in our post-game show, and we'll have an interview with our player of the game. That's coming up in just a few moments. Once again, the Corning Cardinals have defeated the Willows Honkers 42-14 on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Well, welcome to the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. We're working on getting an interview with our player of the game, Nathan Foltz. And Foltz today, the reason we chose him for the player of the game is he had 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground, and it was a very hard decision to pick that player as the player of the game because Chase Madej was a real star today as he had a 63-yard touchdown rush. But Foltz is the one that we're going to give it to because he had 2 rushing touchdowns, one for about 17 yards, and he looked like the best overall player of the day. And we hope you will stay with us on the PlayOnSports.com post-game show as we have a live interview with our player of the game, Nathan Foltz. That's coming up next on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Didn't get a player. Didn't get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Didn't get a player up here. Didn't get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. Didn't get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.